DRD Gold is a leading South African-based surface gold producing company. The company's main focus is on the retrieval of gold from surface tailings, from sand dumps and slimes dams left behind by mining operations across the Witwatersrand over the past century. Earlier mining techniques didn't have the sophisticated fine grind and chemical processes available today. As a result, large quantities of gold still lie trapped in the tailings material. Through our ergo operations, DRD Gold is constantly finding more efficient ways to mine this gold left behind. Hence our company slogan, Mining South Africa's Mineral Wealth Again. At reclamation sites across the Rand, both slime and sand tailings from former mining operations are retreated. The slime is reclaimed using high-pressure water cannons. The resultant slurry is channeled towards a central collection point from where it is pumped to the metallurgical plants for further treatment. Sand is reclaimed using front-end loaders, pre-screened to remove oversized material before being repulped with water and pumped to the metallurgical plant for further treatment. The slurry is pumped over vibrating screens where wood, rubbish and vegetation is removed. The clean slurry is then pumped via a network of industrial pipelines to the main ergo treatment plant in Brakpan. Arriving at the plant, the slurry is pre-screened using linear screens before it is pumped into the carbon-in-leach tanks. After filtration, the slurry is preconditioned in the pre-flotation conditioning tank. The slurry from reclamation is diluted with processed water before the collector reagents are added. The conditioned slurry is pumped to a distribution box where the frother agent is added prior to the slurry reporting to the flotation cells. Although the pyrite represents only about 4% of the mass of the slurry, it encapsulates about 40% of the gold particles. On a cost per volume treatment rationale, it therefore makes a lot of sense to preferentially treat the pyrite. In the flotation cell, the pyrite is concentrated using frothers, collectors and the injection of air. The frothers create surfactant air bubbles at the top of the slurry mixture. Collectors find all sulfurous substances such as pyrite and make it hydrophobic. The pyrite therefore collects in the surfactant and overflows into a concentrate launder. The flotation tail is thickened and reports to the main CIL circuit for further gold recovery. In order to liberate the gold, the pyrite concentrate has to go through a fine grind process using a vertically stirred mill to grind the pyrite into even smaller particles. Up to 80% of the gold can be liberated from the pyrite in this way before it is pumped into a separate, smaller carbon-in-leach circuit. The carbon-in-leach process is essentially a chemical process where dissolved gold is adsorbed onto activated carbon. The CIL circuit consists of two sections, a preconditioning section and a dissolution and adsorption section. Lime and oxygen are added during preconditioning, which makes the slurry amenable to cyanidation. Cyanide is added to the slurry in the dissolution and adsorption section. The cyanide is added to dissolve the gold in the presence of activated carbon. Each tank is fitted with interstage screens, interstage carbon transfer pumps and an agitator, which maintains the slurry and carbon in suspension. In order to optimize the concentration of gold onto the carbon, the slurry continuously flows countercurrent to the carbon. The loaded carbon is then removed from the first adsorption tank and transferred to the carbon treatment section. The carbon treatment sections consist of three processes: acid treatment, elution, and carbon regeneration. In the acid column, the loaded carbon is treated with dilute hydrochloric acid before it is transferred to the elution column. Here, a heated solution of caustic soda and weak cyanide is pumped through the column to initiate the process of desorption of the gold from the carbon back into solution. The resultant solution is referred to as the eluate. The eluate is pumped through to the electrowinning plant, where it passes through an electric current. Here, the gold deposits onto the cathodes, stripping the eluate of the contained gold. The gold gathered on the cathodes is removed, dried and smelted into gold bars. Finally, all residue materials are pumped to the Brakpan tailings facility. The dam is rehabilitated, allowing natural vegetation from surrounding areas to encroach onto the dam. After allowing the separation of slime and water on the tailings dam, The remaining water is recirculated to the various reclamation sites for reuse. DRD Gold, mining South Africa's mineral wealth again.